Case number 3. The disappearance and identification of Jerry Holbert, 1991-2008, Arkansas, USA. It was a crisp autumn evening in 1991 when 74-year-old Jerry Holbert walked out of his small home in Little Rock, Arkansas, and never returned. Jerry was a quiet, gentle man who had lived in the same neighborhood for decades. His neighbors knew him as the kind of person who'd stop to talk about the weather, who waved to kids walking by. But age had not been kind to him. He was showing early signs of dementia. Some days he seemed sharp, others he forgot simple things, like where he left his wallet or what day it was. That evening, Jerry told his wife he was going to take a short walk to clear his head. He wore a light jacket and promised he'd be back before dark. But when night fell and he hadn't returned, his wife began to worry. By morning, she called police. Searchers scoured the neighborhood. Volunteers, friends, and family combed through parks, backyards, and wooded areas nearby. Flyers were posted across the county, but Jerry was gone, as if he had stepped into the woods and disappeared. Weeks turned to months. The family tried to stay hopeful. Every time the phone rang, they expected someone to say he'd been found. But the calls never brought good news. Years went by, and Jerry's disappearance faded into the background, just another cold case in the department's files. His wife passed away, still hoping for answers. 17 years later, in 2008, a construction crew was clearing land outside Little Rock for a new development when one of the workers noticed something strange, an old rusted vehicle half buried under fallen branches near a dry creek bed. When police arrived, they confirmed the car's make and model, a 1977 Chevy Caprice, faded and corroded with age. Inside, they found a wallet, a few personal items, and human remains in the driver's seat. After running the license plate, investigators confirmed the car belonged to Jerry Holbert. 17 years after he went missing, Jerry had finally been found less than 6 miles from his home. The discovery stunned everyone. How had no one seen the car in all that time? Investigators learned that the creek bed had flooded several times over the years, burying the vehicle under debris and soil. It had simply vanished from sight. An autopsy confirmed that Jerry had died of natural causes, likely a combination of dehydration and exposure. There was no foul play. The heartbreaking truth was that on the night he disappeared, Jerry had likely become disoriented due to his dementia. He must have taken a wrong turn, driven into the woods, and gotten stuck. Too weak to climb out or walk home, he waited and never made it back. His niece, who had been a teenager when he vanished, later told reporters, "We always thought maybe someone took him. We never imagined he was so close all along." For nearly 2 decades, the Holbert family had lived in uncertainty, torn between hope and grief. And then, one random day, a simple construction project brought them peace. Jerry's story is not one of crime or evil, but of how fragile life can be. One missed turn, one quiet night, and a man the world forgot was finally found right where he'd always been waiting for someone to notice. Jerry's story reminds us that not every mystery hides a killer. Some hide heartbreak, waiting for time to uncover it. But the next story is a different one, where love, betrayal, and violence collided, and where justice came only after unthinkable tragedy. Case number 4, the murder of Rochelle Stubblefield, 2012, Texas, USA. In 2012, Rochelle Stubblefield was 20 years old and full of promise. She was a college student in Beaumont, Texas, studying to become a nurse. Her friends described her as warm, funny, and loyal, the kind of person who made everyone feel seen. Rochelle was also 4 months pregnant. She was excited to start a family and had been trying to make things work with the father of her unborn child, Reginald Williams. But behind the smiles and pictures she posted online, Rochelle was hiding a growing sense of fear. Her relationship with Reginald had turned volatile, filled with arguments, jealousy, and emotional abuse. Friends later said she'd confided in them that she was thinking of leaving him for good. On April 21, 2012, Rochelle attended a family gathering in the evening. She seemed happy, laughing, talking, taking photos with her cousins. Around 10 p.m., she told everyone she was going home. That was the last time her family ever saw her. When Rochelle didn't show up for class the next day, her mother grew anxious. Calls went unanswered. Texts weren't delivered. By that night, police had been notified. 3 days later, a jogger running along a secluded wooded trail near the Neches River made a grim discovery: a car partially hidden by brush, and inside it, the body of a young woman. It was Rochelle. She had been strangled. There were no signs of sexual assault, no robbery, and no defensive wounds, suggesting she'd known her killer. Investigators immediately turned their attention to Reginald Williams. He was calm, almost detached when questioned. He said Rochelle had left his apartment after a minor argument and that he hadn't seen her since. But his timeline didn't hold up. Detectives reviewed surveillance footage from a nearby gas station, and there they saw Rochelle's car passing by, followed just minutes later by Reginald's. When they searched his home, they found fresh scratches on his arm and traces of Rochelle's DNA on a shirt hidden at the back of his closet. When confronted with the evidence, Reginald broke down. He confessed to killing Rochelle in what he described as a moment of anger. He said she'd told him she was ending the relationship and that he'd snapped. After strangling her, he placed her in the car and drove it to the secluded area, abandoning it in the dark. He later told police, "I didn't mean to kill her. I just didn't want her to leave me." In court, prosecutors revealed that Rochelle had been planning to move in with her sister that same week. She had wanted to start over for herself and for her baby. Reginald Williams was sentenced to life in prison without parole. For Rochelle's family, justice came, but it came with unbearable loss. Her mother later said in an interview, she was trying to build a better life. She was doing everything right, and he took it all away. Rochelle's story serves as a painful reminder that the most dangerous people in our lives are often the ones we trust the most. Each of these stories, from Dorothy's tragic kindness to Rochelle's stolen future, shows that even when justice arrives, it doesn't always heal the pain left behind. But every solved case brings one truth into focus, that even in darkness, truth eventually finds its way to the surface.